Ultimate Combat Radio with your host, Mike Stidham, on 1280 and 97.5 The Zone.
Welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio. Mike Stidham here, broadcasting live from Leatherheads in Draper. Leatherheads is an all-ages sports-themed venue that's got one heck of a menu, and it looks like a pretty full bar, and I think Robertina has taken full advantage of said full bar, and she's well on her way to UFCville, right? She's ready to cheer for the UFC. That is going to be going on right here. We're going to be watching it right here at Leatherheads.
I was on my way to a different location and then heard that they were having it here, no cover, and that the food was better. And I'm glad we chose it.
It's funny because I call him, I'm like, you guys doing the UFC tonight? I was like, yeah. I go, how much charge? He goes, I don't know, free?
We'll take
All
it.
Right.
All right. Well, this segment is brought to you by Leatherheads. Let's bring it to you from them. And okay, so I understand we've got Ty Lee on the line. Ty Lee is in the heavyweight division of the WCFC's Last Man Standing tournament. Ty Lee is a guy that's been knocking around the competition here in Utah for the last several years, and just an all-around good guy. Ty Lee, you there, my man?
Yeah, what's going on, Mike?
Well, you know what, Ty? I want to know that same thing from you. Where have you been? You kind of fell off the face of the earth for a little while from the MMA perspective.
You know, I kind of did. What happened was, you know, after I fought Casey Jackson for the showdown show, I just kind of got sick of the hoops and getting sick of, all the BS. I know you talked to with Casey a minute ago about managers. I didn't have a bad manager, but I didn't have a good manager. And, and then I'm a dad now. I mean, come on now, huh?
Yeah, it's time to grow up, right?
Yeah,
Have you been out doing a lot of hunting and that kind of stuff that I know you enjoy doing? Is that kind of where you just gotten back to doing what Ty Lee does?
This year, I hung quite a bit. I hung out. I built a derby car. Was a classic redneck. You know what I'm talking.
Oh, yes, I do, my man. So what have you done to keep in shape? There's some pretty stiff competition in this tournament. Do you feel like you're ready, and have you been training at all?
I've been lifting my Rockwell watch up to my face. That's not a small thing. Just joking. Hey, no, but I've been training down in Salem at Team Unbreakable with Aaron.
Hey, I understand they got one heck of a gym down there. Is that pretty nice?
Dude, it honestly, for everybody that's seen, the throwdown old place or whatever, honestly, it's I think it's nicer than there. It's not, it's not as flashy and trying to be something that it's not, you know what I mean? It's a gym, so I'm get a workout in. It's, nice people. It's a small town. I like small town environments.
So do you have any big guys you're able to roll with down there or bang it out with, or are you kind of the big guy on the block?
No, they've got Trevor Carlson, who beat Craig Mock, he's up and coming. He's a young kid, and honestly, he's a beast. He'll be if I don't stay on my game, or I guess, I'm getting old now, so I'll be retired here in a few years. But, he'll be good. He drives once a week from Reno to come train, and then
comes from Reno to Salem to train.
Did we lose him?
Oh, I hope not, man. That was a great interview.
Yeah, that was getting really...
All right, welcome back to Ultimate Combat Radio here. We're enduring some technical difficulties, but I understand we've got everything taken care of, and we're right in the middle of a really good conversation with Ty Lee. Now, Ty Lee is fighting in the upcoming WCFC Last Man Standing tournament. He's in the heavyweight division, and before we lost him, Ty was telling us about his training partners down there at Team Unbreakable in Payson. Now, Ty, I understand that you said that you got a couple more years in you. Do you expect to be around a couple more years, and what are your aspirations within that time frame?
I've, at least in my mind, I think I can easily be at the top. You know what I mean? I fought for Bellator. Although it didn't go well, it was a great experience. I kind of went in there and I don't know what the deal was. I'm not going to give you any excuses. I was just kind of petered out, if that makes any sense, without using any other P words.
Yeah. Well, so now, do you feel like that experience is going to help you in this tournament coming up?
I don't think this tournament's so different because it's one round and then, now we're at a 45-minute break and then one round. And honestly, anybody that's seen me fight, it's kind of like what Casey said. I'm in your face for a round, I mean, I can go longer, but it's like if you want, a round works but well for me in that I'm going to try to duck your head off your shoulders, you know what I mean? And that's about it.
Well, that was one of the things that I remember about you, especially in that Sika Ripley match, that you just you were like, for a big guy and ever ready bunny, you just kept going, and it was your attack was so relentless. So yeah, I think if you can keep that and withstand that type of pace, that certainly gives you an advantage in this fight or in this tournament.
Yeah, it'll be different. It'll definitely be different, and every bit of experience you can get, honestly, doesn't count on your record. And I expect to win it, but no matter what, you know what I mean? Like, I'm back in the cage, I get some experience, and then I can go to wherever I can take next. I know they're doing a tough heavyweight show this spring sometime, and, we'll see what happens. As I've gotten older, I choose not to, I guess I choose not to pick as many fights that you can pick.
I got you, man. I got you. So is that what your aspiration is? You think the tough is maybe the direction for you to head? Would you like to make it to the UFC, or are you just kind of doing this because you enjoy it?
No, I don't, I've, in my life, whether been wrestling or football or whatever, in college, I don't do anything just for fun, you know what I mean? If I can't be at the top of the game, if I can't at least, I enjoy that. I enjoy that feeling you get where you're a big deal. But I don't know.
I'll tell you, Ty, if you win this tournament, you're going to be a big deal. Some of the guys that are in it, I think, they're going to be a great test for you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you up there. I'm going to definitely go to the show and wish you the best of luck.
Well, it should be good. I'm continuing getting ready, like I said, lifting my Rockwell watch, and getting my back popped by Crockett Chiropractic, you know what I mean? I should be ready to go.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for joining us on the program, and look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Hey, it's always a pleasure, Mike.
Did he just sneak a few plugs in there?
He's good. I'm just telling you, he's better than the average guy. He knew exactly how to get it in there, and he did it well. And Ty, he says what it's on his mind, but he's an articulate kid, and it sounds like he's growing up too. I'm glad to hear him talking about being a family man. I'm glad to hear him talking about kids come first. So. It's interesting to watch these guys grow up.
I was going to say, he seemed pretty laid back. I wonder if that is that a new Ty Lee from what you're used to seeing? Or
he's always been, and for lack of a better term, a little bit of a redneck or a hillbilly. He's always been that guy. He's always been kind of laid back in that regard. But he's kind of a fiery version of that. He'll, like I said, he'll let you know what he's thinking, good or bad. So he does bring the fire when he gets into the cage. And he's the kind of kid that, we've seen the talent level that's in the tournament, but I'm not counting him out of the game. He thinks he's gonna win, and that's the only way you're going to is if you believe it, right?
We still got a break.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Looks like we're gonna listen to a couple of really cool commercials, and we're gonna come back here and talk about the big UFC show going on tonight right here at Leatherheads on Ultimate Combat Radio when we come back.